Welcome to the Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show, brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
and I'm Caroline Curran. Brunswick County dodged a bullet this week as Hurricane Irene pummeled the eastern coastline last weekend, taking 27 lives and causing $10 billion in damage. Brunswick County, for the most part, was spared from Irene's fury. Brunswick County Emergency Services Director Anthony Marzano explains.
Hurricane Irene approached Brunswick County on Friday and eventually made landfall up near the Outer Banks on Saturday afternoon. While the storm was still a Category 1, we were spared a lot of the effects here in Brunswick County due to the track sliding east.
Fortunately, most Brunswick County municipalities reported little damage.
Even though the storm spared us many of the effects that we had been expecting with a stronger Category 1 storm, there was still a large amount of wind damage across the county. Shingles, siding, small buildings, as well as a number of trees, limbs, and power lines that were damaged, leading to a peak storm outage total of 12,131 customers being without power, and approximately 395 people were sheltered overnight in our shelter facilities. So that, on top of some of the beach erosion that certainly occurred with the storm, there have been a number of noticeable impacts to Brunswick County. Fortunately, flooding was fairly minor, and damage due to flooding was also very minor. Even though the damage appears to be minor, we're still going through the full process with the state of North Carolina and with the Federal Emergency Management Agency to assess the damage and determine whatever assistance may be available and ensure that that is provided to the citizens and residents of Brunswick County.
Brunswick County is one of 34 counties in eastern North Carolina to receive a FEMA disaster declaration. President Barack Obama approved the declaration, which at this point is only for public assistance. Local emergency officials do not yet know if Brunswick County will receive a declaration for individual assistance, but they are keeping track of storm damage. To report storm damage from Hurricane Irene, call the Brunswick County Emergency Management Department at 253-7472. Leave a message on the system and emergency officials will return your call to make sure they have a record of the damage for damage assessments to be submitted to the state.
After assessing the damage and debris caused by Hurricane Irene last weekend, Brunswick County officials have opted not to provide curbside pickup of storm debris. Residents can take their storm debris to the county landfill in Bolivia or to any of the 4 convenience sites around the county. The landfill off Galloway Road charges $22.50 per ton. But early Wednesday morning, Brunswick County Commissioners agreed to waive the tip fee from September 2nd to 17th for all Brunswick County residents, only for storm-related vegetative debris, and that includes all municipal residents as well. The landfill hours are 8 a.m. through 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday. At the county's 4 convenience sites, residents are charged $2 per trash bag or $24 for a full truckload of debris.
School district officials have scheduled a makeup day for last Friday's school closings. Monday, October 10th, will serve as the student makeup day for the August 27th closure.
2 local political activists have taken issue with a recent budgetary move by county commissioners that allowed senior resident Superior Court Judge Ola Lewis to fund a position within her office. Ginny Qualia of Ocean Isle Beach and Pat Sykes of Southport presented commissioners with a petition of 150 signatures asking that they reverse their July 5th decision to fund the $41,000 plus per year judicial assistant position. Here's what Qualia had to say about the hire.
We presented the commissioners a petition on at their August 1st meeting requesting that they rescind their vote, I believe it was a July 5th meeting, to transfer funds from the county drug court budget, and it was to fund a judicial assistant position for the state-funded office of Judge Ola Lewis, and we wanted them to make a corresponding reduction in the grant funding for drug court for the coming fiscal year. And we were able to gather, just between the 2 of us, 150 signatures in just a little bit over 1 week's time. We really know that if we'd had more time and more manpower, we could have gotten a lot more signatures because everybody we approached would sign it or wanted to sign it and understood the issue after we explained it.
Lewis said she first requested the commissioners fund the position back in 2007 to, quote, ensure the smooth operation of the office functions and to meet the increased demands of the same. Brunswick County Commissioners recently approved interest-free payment plans for property owners to connect to the county's water system. At their August 15th meeting, Commissioners unanimously approved the payment plans, which are available interest-free for 1, 2, or 3 years. The plan was brought about because many people were opting not to tap onto the county's water system, citing the cost to do so, Brunswick County Finance Director Ann Hardy said. Hardy explains the payment plans.
Property owners with water service that has a line available to their property to tap into are eligible to finance the county water connection charges. These connection charges are charged to recover the cost of the tap installed at the property, pay debt on the water treatment plant and the water transmission lines. The customer would pay a water meter deposit of $50, and then they may finance the total cost for either 1, 2, or 3 years. And there's no interest charged on the finance balance.
For more information, contact the County Utilities Department Customer Service at 253-2655.
An Alzheimer's patient who wandered away from home Sunday is safe after being found by Air One, the Sheriff's Office helicopter. On Sunday night, deputies responded to a home in Ocean Isle Beach when Gary Lynn Bragg, 72, failed to return to his residence after walking to nearby Lowe's food store. Shortly after 11 p.m., Air One was deployed and pilots found Bragg after about 15 minutes. When deputies arrived, Bragg was weak and was carried away by EMS personnel and deputies on a stretcher out of a wooded area. He was taken to the Brunswick Novant Medical Center, where he was later released without serious injury.
The roster of the county's Social Services Board is dwindling. On August 15th, longtime board member Moses Stanley resigned from the board when he accepted a job in Superior Court Judge's office. The county's code of conduct, adopted by commissioners last December, prohibits county employees from serving on elected or appointed boards. Then just last week, Tina Jackson resigned from the board, bringing the current roster of the 5-member board to 3.
Sunset Beach is still talking trash. At their monthly meeting Monday, Sunset Beach council members agreed to install garbage dumpsters on the island and mainland. The goal is to help homeowners and visitors who might not be able to follow garbage can rollback rules, which could mean a $50 fine if the rules are violated. Letters about the rules and dumpsters will be mailed to property owners this month. Read more about these stories and find out what's happening in your community in this week's Beacon, available now on newsstands.
Welcome to the Brunswick Beacon Sports Report. I'm Caroline Curran. In local high school football action, 4 straight turnovers in the first half cost West Brunswick the game last Thursday night. Saucony beat the Trojans 49-21 in the non-conference matchup. The Trojans scored the first touchdown on a 1-yard run by quarterback Taylor Buffkin on their first possession. Buffkin and Justin Bland did most of the running on the 57-yard drive, and Cameron Smith's extra point gave the Trojans a 7-0 lead with less than 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Then the Trojans scored on their final possession of the half on a 1-yard sneak by quarterback Dustin Darguzis. He scored on the next play as well, and Smith kicked the extra point, which left West down 40-14. West scored only once in the second half, which came on a 4-yard run by Bland. With only 3 seconds left, North Brunswick High School Scorpions football coach Gary Bishop used a favorite trick play, the hook and lateral, to beat the Trask Titans 50-44 in a shootout thriller Friday night. The winning play covered 67 yards. After the game-ending touchdown, fans emptied from the stadium and ran onto the field in jubilation. The game changed leads 5 times, making it a thrilling game to watch on both sides. The Brunswick Community College women's volleyball team opens its home season with the BCC Labor Day tournament this weekend. Head coach Melissa Everett starts her second season with the Dolphins. She's anticipating a strong season. There are 6 local players on the team. BCC finished 3rd last year in their region. They kick off the season this weekend as they host the BCC Labor Day tournament. Find weekly sports updates and many great photos in the sports section of your weekly Beacon.
Stacy Manning, Managing Editor of the Brunswick Beacon. Do you have a community event you'd like to tell our community about? You can email it to me at editor@brunswickbeacon.com, or you can log on to our website at www.brunswickbeacon.com. Look for the Submit News icon near the top right-hand corner of the page. Deadlines are noon each Friday.
I'm out here at Brunswick County Animal Shelter today with Mr. Chicken, and he is adorable. He is an 8-month-old greyhound mix, brown and tan. He's very energetic, a little bit shy actually, and he's been here at the shelter since August 9th. And he needs a good home, so come on out and visit with him. The visitation hours are from 10 to 4 weekdays here at the shelter on Green Swamp Road. So come on out and make a new forever friend.
And so the animal shelter, as far as the animal shelter hours, they are still closed on Saturdays, as far as you know?
They are. They're still closed on Saturdays, but Monday through Friday from 11 to 4 they're open. It was the first day of school in Brunswick County last Thursday, and students got off to an early start, especially those in elementary school, where the day now begins at 7:45 a.m. Pictured are children getting off the bus at Jessie May Monroe Elementary School in Ash, where kindergartners began their first day of school this Wednesday, August 31st. Promptly at 7:45 a.m.
Mark your calendars now for the 8th Annual Brunswick County Intercultural Festival on September 10th. During the festival, there will be an international pavilion with information on numerous countries, an international food pavilion, and an entertainment stage. The International Food Pavilion allows attendees to sample international cuisine from ethnic restaurants representing cultures such as European, African, Asian, Mexican, and even American. There's a $5 fee for the International Food Pavilion. The entertainment stage will showcase ethnic performers from across the region. There will be children's activities, native costumes, visiting dignitaries, and other surprises throughout the event. The Intercultural Festival will be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the grounds of the Odell Williamson Auditorium.
Even though Irene's tropical storm winds and waves lingered Saturday morning, a batch of sea turtles hatched on Holden Beach Saturday night and made their way to sea. Their tracks were found Sunday morning by Holden Beach Turtle Patrol. The baby loggerheads left flipper tracks similar to tire tracks in the sand after they broke out of their eggshells and crawled to the ocean. Holden Beach had 30 nests on the island this summer, 23 have been closed out, and 7 are left to hatch. That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all of these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. If you know of a story or a person you'd like to see featured on Brunswick Beat, email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com. Look us up on Facebook under the Brunswick Beacon or follow us on Twitter at the Brunswick Beacon.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a new edition of the Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only TV news show. And make sure you stay tuned to BrunswickBeacon.com as we track Tropical Storm Katia, who forecasters say could be upgraded to a hurricane later today. Tonight we close the show with more images from Hurricane Irene.